It is multiple choice question, MCQ. Okay?
Okay, mom.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Hamza, I totally forgot. I totally forgot, Hamza. I am so sorry. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I will see later. Guys, do you remember where we stopped? We were studying the lesson called aluminium benefits and dangers. Do you remember,
Yes.
guys? We studied the definition of aluminium, and I told you that in British English we can say aluminium, aluminium, or aluminium, aluminium or aluminium. Okay? I heard, yes, I had to admit one of your classmates, sorry. Okay, we described briefly aluminium. We described its position in the periodic table. And I told you about the fact box. I explained to you the CAS number, for example. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Who could tell me where we stopped exactly? Did we study the definition of isotopes?
Yes.
Who could tell me where we stopped, guys? We did? Did we start this lesson? Look, general chemistry, it is actually a part of the aluminium lesson. It is the second part of the aluminium lesson. It is dedicated to the basic informations of chemistry, general chemistry. Did we study this? Choose the correct option to complete the sentences. Chemistry studies the matter. In the atom, the nucleus consists of. Atoms consist of protons and neutrons. Did we study that?
Yes, mom.
We did. We studied the definition of an organism.
Yes.
We did, which means, did we study the example of molybdenum? Did we study the example of molybdenum, guys? I mean by that, the atomic number, the atomic mass. Did we study that? Yes? Very, very good. I told you about the carbon. I told you about the mass, how to determine the mass of a carbon atom. We talked about that. We talked about that, guys. And we studied maybe isotopes as final as the last thing. The last slide was about isotopes. Is it correct? Isn't it? Guys? Guys?
Yes, mom.
Yes? Okay. Very, very good. Very good. Okay. I will tell you about isotopes, sorry, quickly, and we'll go back to our lesson of aluminium. I told you last time that isotopes, sorry, I have to admit one of your classmates. Okay, last time I told you that isotopes, I told you that isotope, an isotope is any of two or more species, une ou deux espèces, ou plus, or more, plus, une espèce, deux espèces, trois espèces, ou plus, of a chemical, sometimes we have even more than three species, une, deux, ou plus de deux espèces, of a chemical element with the same atomic number, but a different atomic mass, or mass number. Okay? When you have the same atom, which means you have the same number of protons, the same atomic number, the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons in an atom, it is called the atomic number. When two species, when two species have the same atomic number, it means that you have the same element. Vous avez le même numéro atomique, vous avez le même élément. Okay? But when the atomic mass is not the same, when the atomic mass is different from another, it means that you have two different species. One species will be heavier than the other. L'une des espèces sera plus lourde que l'autre, but it is the same element. The same element, but two or more different species. We call them isotopes. If we go back quickly to the periodic table, look, for example, carbon. Carbon has an atomic number of 6. It means that carbon has 6 electrons and 6 protons. If you change the atomic number, you add 1, for example, it becomes 7, and of course you won't have carbon anymore, you will have nitrogen, which means that it is not the same element anymore. It is not the same atom. It is not the same element anymore. These are not isotopes. They are not isotopes. They are two different elements. Okay? In the case of isotopes, the atomic number remains the same. Dans le cas des isotopes, le numéro atomique reste le même. The atomic number remains the same, but the mass number, the atomic mass or the mass number changes. Okay? It means that the number of neutrons becomes bigger, higher, or you have less neutrons. And of course, one element, one species, because it is the same element, one species will be heavier or lighter than another one. Et donc, l'une des deux espèces qui appartiennent au même élément, au même atome, sera plus lourde que l'autre parce qu'elle aura plus de neutrons, ou elle sera plus légère. Will be heavier or lighter. Ou plus légère parce qu'elle aura moins de neutrons. Don't forget that neutrons and protons are the heaviest particles. Les neutrons et les protons sont les particules les plus lourdes. Electrons are not heavy at all. They are very light. Les électrons sont très légers. Okay?
Madame,
Did you understand? Tell me.
il y a des coupures de son chez vous.
Ah, really?
Oui.
It's
Oui, madame.
I don't know what is going on. It is certainly my network connection. You did not hear me, guys?
The
Do you want
connection of Telecom Algeria.
Yes, exactly. The network connection that we have. Well, I hope that our days will be happier. I hope that the future days, the future years will be happier, inshallah. Inshallah. Do I have to repeat, guys? Do you want me to repeat? Guys, do you hear me?
Yes, miss.
Ayoub or Hudayfa, Hamza, what do you think? Do you want me to repeat?
About what?
Yeah, miss, if you want.
Excuse me, couldn't hear your answer.
Sorry, madam.
No?
Sorry. About what?
I mean, the last thing I was saying about isotopes. Do you want me to repeat the explanation or not? Did you understand? Did you hear it? No? It's clear?
It's
Okay,
clear,
if
madam.
it is clear.
Yes, it is clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, if it is clear, let's go back. We finished the lesson, the first part of the general chemistry lesson. Let's go back to the lesson about aluminium. We said that aluminium was a metal. It is, like I said in the first slide, aluminium is aluminum in British English, or aluminium is the most abundant metallic element in Earth's crust. C'est l'élément métallique le plus abondant, donc le plus répandu dans la croûte terrestre. Okay? It is also the most widely used non-ferrous metal. C'est le métal, en dehors du fer le plus utilisé. Non-ferrous metal. Okay? I told you about the fact box. The fact box is a table that gathers all the basic information about an element. For example, the group, the period, the block, the atomic number, the state, the electron configuration, the ChemSpider ID. The ChemSpider ID is a number that you can use on ChemSpider in order to obtain the chemical formula and structure. C'est un numéro que vous pouvez utiliser pour trouver la structure et la géométrie. Okay? The melting point, the boiling point, the density, the relative atomic mass, the isotopes, and the Cass number. I told you whenever we find some new compound, whenever we discover or we make a new compound, when we register it, it is given a number. It is given an ID. It is given an ID. It is given a number. Some questions, but before answering the questions, maybe I have to remind you some important vocabulary. State means atomic number, c'est numéro atomique. Electron configuration, we don't say electronic configuration, at least most of the time. We say electron configuration, configuration électronique. Valence shell, couche de valence. Okay? Valence shell. I told you last time, the electrons that are very close to the nucleus are called core electrons, des électrons de cœur. Core, in English, means in French, noyau. En français, core, c'est le noyau. Okay? Nucleus, le noyau atomique is called nucleus. I mean core, the meaning of core, the translation of core. Core electrons are the electrons that are the closest to the nucleus. And the electrons that are located far from the nucleus are called valence electrons. Les électrons de valence et les électrons de cœur. I told you last time that the electrons that are involved in chemical reactions are the valence ones, not the core electrons, because the valence ones are easier to be attracted. Les électrons de valence sont plus faciles à attirer par rapport aux électrons de cœur. We said that the reason why they are easier to be attracted is that the attraction between the electrons and the nucleus is stronger when they are close to the nucleus, and it gets weaker when the electrons are far from the nucleus. Okay? When the electrons are far from the nucleus, the attraction is not that strong. It is strongest when the electrons are very close to the nucleus. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes, Matt.
Okay. Let's answer some questions. Did we start answering these questions or not? First question, what is the state of aluminium at room temperature? What is the state of aluminium at room temperature? Second question, write its electron configuration. Third question, check whether, vérifier si, check whether it really belongs to the group 13. Fourth question, to what period does it belong? Fifth question, from the fact box, do you think that aluminium is heavy? Sixth question, what is the meaning of melting and boiling points? Okay?
On d'ébullition.
Exactly. The first one, melting. To melt, c'est faire une fusion. Okay? C'est le point de fusion. The second one, the boiling point, c'est le point de
D'ébullition.
d'ébullition. Thank you. Let's answer the first question from the fact box. What is the state of aluminium at room temperature? Do you know the state of aluminium at room temperature? Room temperature means la température ambiante. We all know, on sait tous, we all know that aluminium is...
We can't understand because you have a lot of what صح of what il y a des coupures de son chez vous, madame.
I don't know what is going on, guys. Really,
Please.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, you can't hear me properly. You said I have a lot of cats, right?